Hi again. I decided to go on Reddit and create an account and look at reptile stuff. All right, so I looked up snakes and bearded dragons, and there's this really adorable snake. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a corn snake, but it looks really cute. It just has these huge eyes. It is so cute. But they are saying that they want somebody to name her. So let's see what people put. Okay, seriously, that first photo is like some Disney or Pixar blank. That is so cute. Oh my good. Oh my good. Kissing goodness. She's the cutest thing. I would call her sweet. So I don't know why, but I look at her and I think puka. And let's see, what does puka mean actually? Because like there's this cartoon called Puka and it's really adorable. It's cute. So let's see. There's Cutie Pie, Moxie. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to check out and see what puka means, just to make sure I'm not giving them a mean name. Okay, so a mythological creature from Irish folklore. Okay, so that's one. Mischievous or malignant goblin or specter held in Irish folklore. I don't think I want to do that. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay. A horse, rabbit, raven. Okay, that's not flattering either. What is the meaning of puka? Okay, let's see. An Irish spirit, mischievous but not malevolent, corresponding to the English puck. Okay, so that's cute. So I feel like that's a cute name, and it kind of fits like her little gaze that she's giving. She's just so adorable. So I'm gonna suggest that. All right, puka. She looks curious and adorable. I think that just about sums it up. Woke up this morning to find this little one in my dining room. Let's see, got through their dog door. It's rather aggressive. Okay, so they're wondering what this snake is. See, to me, I kind of wonder if it's a bull snake or... Oh, okay, so people are saying it looks like a king snake. Looks like a speckled king snake. I haven't seen a speckled king snake before, but they're harmless, according to the people who know what they are. I'm not familiar with them very much. They said, honestly, 6 months ago, I would have just killed the thing, but I I think they meant met, and became friends with a local guy that runs a snake shoery in town, and he has taught me a lot about snakes. But this full-time job is on nights, so I don't want to wake him with his question. That's fair. The snake shall be safely let go this evening when the grass is cut and the dogs are far away from it. That is awesome. So, see, somebody who used to be afraid of snakes got to learn that they aren't actually dangerous, most of them, and that they weren't going to hurt them. So they wanted to just, first of all, ask what it was, and then they were going to know, like, do they need to wait to let it go until the, until they've mowed the lawn, what's the appropriate thing? So they came to Reddit to ask that. They weren't going to keep it, which is good. They just wanted some more information. And I just love that they got to educate themselves about it, and suddenly now they're like, I have an appreciation for snakes. They're not scary anymore. Right on, dude. Bearded dragon stealing a car. All right. Awesome. Love it. Okay, so what is this? Doing his best to be intimidating after I moved him out from under my car. Like, looks like a garter snake to me. Garter snakes are native to where I am, and that's what it looks like. They can come in like slight morph variations. That's what it looks like to me. So I wonder what other people think. So fierce, so angry. He's peeved, he can't even focus. Okay, and they said, I have 2 pet garters who act the same way for the first couple minutes. They calm down, but I have to deal with the rage. They are the ultimate, the ultimate short guy. Okay. Angry blahs. That's so funny. Okay, used to work with an albino checker. So everyone's saying garter snake. Let me go, human, I real fierce. Okay, I like that comment. Yep. This person said, I took this guy from a friend. He is very underweight. We're gonna fix that. And he has some pictures. So here's something I want to point out. So he has the 2 bearded dragons, one on each shoulder. She don't want to have them out together, but he's keeping them separate. And still, I mean, his choice. But if you look at the next picture, he did separate them with his hand. And he did also mention that lasted like 5 seconds. So he does understand that there is a risk and that he was just taking them out for the size comparison to put in the picture. I really don't think he was putting them at risk in this case. I mean, you know me, I'm going to just say, I'm always going to err on the side of caution, but this guy clearly said, hey, you know what? I don't have them out together. It's just an example picture. So I'm glad that he at least emphasized that. So good job, dude. So a lot of comments. I love the hand in number 2. Yep, because he's separating them to make sure they don't hurt each other. So nice job. Hope he's okay. See, I don't think he's thin. I think he's an okay weight. I mean, he could be a little bit more, but I don't think he really needs much, if anything. I really think that he's okay. Oh, they had to put their dragon down because they had cancer? Oh gosh. Yeah, dragons can really just become our life. So poor guy. It's really hard when you lose a pet. I mean, they become your family. Poor guy. Okay, so this is great. So this person has a picture of the different sizes of bearded dragons, and they show emaciated, so they're really, really thin. Then they show an underweight. They're a little bit thicker, but not by much. Ideal, that's a good weight. And I think the guy's pretty close to that, actually. Overweight, which I think is more what his second dragon is overweight. And then there's obese, which you really don't want. You don't want overweight either because it's not healthy for them. I'm not fat shaming any bearded dragons. It's just that it can put a toll on them. Like they can get, you know, health issues with it. I mean, I guess I could do a video about the dangers of your reptile being overweight if people would want to see that. But there's no need for that. I mean, you can feed them less, make sure you're giving the appropriate amount of food. If they're an adult, they're not going to need as many bugs, and those bugs can really increase the size of your dragon, especially the quantity and the frequency. So it's a good idea to just not overfeed your pet. You're not neglecting them by doing that. You're making sure that they're staying healthy, and they should be having salads more when they're adults. When they're babies and juveniles, they're going to eat a ton of bugs, and that's when they'll get more. But when they become adults, not nearly as much. But yeah, so I think this is really great that this person included like an example of the different sizes that dragons should be, or I guess could be, because they do have the ideal and then they have the under and over. So good job. That's really, really good. I like that. And then they also said the other one doesn't seem too much overweight either, just easy enough to fix. See, it's so easy for people to feed their dragons too much, because if you go by feeding them for how long instead of how much they actually need, some dragons will eat tons of food like super fast. Like if you look at the comparison of when I've had Mushu over as just a weekend to care for her while her mom is out of town, and you compare what the speed at which she eats and the quantity compared to Kaiju will take his time and he'll graze. He'll eat some, then he'll come back, and then he'll eat again. Like he'll eat a little bit throughout the day. Musha will just plow through that. If I put tons of food in her bowl, she'd eat it all. Absolutely. Does anyone else's snake do this? What are they doing? I have to play this again. Okay. So it looks like they're going under the bowl. And I think it's a ball python. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. I mean, hognoses burrow, so I don't know if ball pythons do as well. Because I hear they're shy. I don't have a ball python, I never have, but I've heard that the reason why they ball up is because they're scared. So ball python, so they might be nervous. Maybe there's not enough coverage. Maybe they're just exploring. Maybe they need another hide. Who knows? So, let me see. I mean, I guess the only thing I can say, not that they're necessarily asking me, but I figure since I'm here, I might as well leave a comment. All right, so what snake is this? People are telling her not to bring it home and to let it go. Why are they doing that? Oh, I guess if I read the caption, it does say they're thinking about taking it home. Yep, just buy a captive snake. And good thing they released her. So I don't want to unvote the upvote because I don't know what that does. I'm new to Reddit. But I'll also give the upvote to the person who let it go. Definitely always buy from a reputable breeder. Don't buy from pet stores that poorly treat their animals. You're not rescuing, you're encouraging them to put more of the mistreated animals out there. So go with a reputable breeder. Buy from a rescue, or get from a rescue, like Snake Discovery, for example. They have bearded dragons all the time. Not that that's what this is, but I talk about bearded dragons a lot, so, you know. Someone asked me about a bearded dragon, and, you know, if I knew of a rescue, and I don't do that, but I said, hey, you know what? Snake Discovery, they often have rescues. I mean, if you look at their Facebook page, because they have Friends of Snake Discovery, and they'll have posts up saying, hey, these are our, you know, most recent available animals on Adoption Island. They usually have bearded dragons, and they have other things. I see corn snakes a lot, ball pythons. Those are pretty frequent. Sometimes geckos and other things. I think I've seen a hognose once because they usually keep them. I mean, come on. Okay, so let's move on. Is this normal? I'm not sure what they're talking about. I mean, there's water on the bearded dragon's face. Okay, so they're wondering why the beard looks like that. Well, they sometimes do like this kind of like puff thing. If it's constant, that might be a sign of an illness or something. I'm not a vet, but if you ever see anything odd, you can always ask a vet. But other than that, I mean, the mouth kind of looks off. Yeah, they're in a horrible situation. Again, this is a good example of don't get pets from pet stores that are poorly treating their animals. You're just going to encourage them to get another one and do the same thing. So if somebody's looking for bearded dragon, Snake Discovery is a great option. They usually have dragons available. Okay, what kind of gecko is this? It looks to me like a kind of leopard gecko. Let's see. There's 20 comments. Okay, found this in my mom's bathroom. We live in Russia. Bordering with China, North Korea. Geckos are not common here, which is why I was so shocked to find this guy. It's probably a pet, because I mean, I don't know what kind of lizards they have there, but according to them, it's not a common lizard to find in Russia. My guess is it's a pet that probably escaped from an enclosure, or someone just let it go, which I hope they didn't do, but it's possible. Yep, I agree. Totally emaciated. They should not look that way at all. Yeah, I mean, the shape looks like leopard gecko to me. It looks like a snow or an albino or something. But that tail, they're supposed to have a plump tail. To be that thin, it's not a good sign. Somebody thought it was a tokay gecko. That does not look like... So tokay geckos, they have sticky feet. This one does not have sticky feet. It has kind of like a claw, like a leopard gecko does, or an African fat-tailed gecko, but it doesn't look like an African fat-tailed gecko to me. Yeah, it looks like an extremely skinny leopard gecko. Oh, somebody said the only time they've seen this is when Theirs passed from crypto. You can see their joint bones. Yeah, this is why you want to quarantine your animals. Is crypto is very contagious and it is fatal. So your reptile might have it and they might live fine for a while. You might not even know they have it until they stop eating or they start regurgitating. Showing Those Hogs has some great videos on crypto. It's the only reason why I found out about it is he talked about it on a couple of his videos. Honestly, if I was this person, I would not keep it, especially if you have other reptiles. You can try to give them quality of life, but the quality is not going to be good, and eventually they'll be painful, or they'll be in pain and they'll die. So that's it. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And then if I see there's a lot of interest, then I'll do this again. Or if I see some fun things on Reddit, I'll do it again. So thanks for watching. See you in the comments.